business, the board members are normally some of the owners of the business. And in the board, the management is different, but because the wealth is mine, fire you. But having board members who are just also looking for what to eat, they can't guarantee. Boards in companies are sometimes from the owners of the business. They therefore have a vested interest in the health of the business. The boards for these groups have not been logically grounded. 5, these agencies cannot have an adequate network to do extension work. You heard what Mutumba was saying, that the one supervisor for the Kiboga, what, was also supervising Hoima. He would come. The MP for Kiboga West told us of a coordinator for that area that had to look after the whole of Kiboga and also parts of Bunyoro. He would come occasionally and he would work through the extension workers of the ministry. Number 6, in any case, apparently they do not do phytosanitary certification. Now this one is also new information. The one given by Byarhanga, that apparently what they were calling phytosanitary, the ministry apparently, and that by law they are not even allowed to do it. It is the ministry that does it. It is done by a unit in the Ministry of Agriculture. That unit satisfies all agricultural products, not just coffee. Number 7, apparently UCDA has only been grading screens, 18, what, that apparently that's all they have been doing. Saying that this is bigger, this one is smaller, grading the size. But they say that that certification is not recognized internationally, that it is only for internal use. The international certification is by the ministry. Number 8, the government extension workers, now that they are better paid, and we are going to apply on them the UPDF like standing orders, they will wake up. There are government extension workers at every sub-county. UCD had only 55 in the whole country. How could they manage? Duplication that is ineffective and grossly expensive. This is the situation. This was a duplication that was not effective, but also very expensive. It seems, therefore, that the agencies were not necessary from the very beginning. Why? It is because they do not develop the planting and breeding materials. Because Boganda kumirimo ejiri kubirime no kulunda. Number 1, planting and breeding material. They are not the ones who do them. It is the scientists. Propagation. They don't do it. The promotion. Now even the safety, they don't do it. So, what were these people for? They do not do the phytosanitary, the ministry is the one which does it. They do not do the promotion, it is the operation wealth creation. Ourselves, the other stakeholders such as MPs, churches, etc., that do most of the promotion. I therefore thank the NRM MPs for putting to an end these parasitic agencies and authorities that were consuming so much money. The money thus saved will help us to do the important roads we have been trying to tarmac unsuccessfully. These are roads like Myanzi, Kasanda, Bukuya Kiboga, Ruwero, Butarangwa, Ngoma, Briamshenyi, Kijunjubwa, Masindi, Mpigi, Kasanje, Nakauka, Kisubi, Fort Potro, Kijura, Buziwera, Nsika, Nyakashaka, Nyakabirizi, Kazo, Kabogore, Mpara, Kyejegwa, Hapuyo, Karuguza, Kashenshoro, Rukungiri, Muhanga, Rwamchuchi, Kisizi, Rubare, Kabingo, Rugaga, Magabi, Rakai, Kanunumanyi, Mitiana, Sekanyonyi, Busunju, Chikagate, Kitwe, and Kitwe, Ruoho, Buteranro, Hamurwa, Kanungu, Jinja, Budondo, Mbulamuti, Kamuri, Kamuri Bukungu, Iganga Lyantonde, Rumbugu, Rakai, Chiyunga Kamuri, Iganga Chiyunga Kamuri, Kariro Kamuri, Manafa Namsindwa, Manjia, Moroto Kotido Kabong, Kitugumuna Mukora Karenga Kidepo, Dokora Amoratar Namasare, Kituguma Pieta Atiak, Moyo Koboko, Sorota Murio Baranga Achanpi, Adilang, Lira Aroya Dwari, Patongo, Nebi, Gori, Paida, Arua. Even if we save shillings 1.5 trillion from these agencies per year, it will help us to do this. The most shameful part were those who were tribalizing the effort. It is criminal to do so. It is good, however, that they have come out and said that Museveni will be stealing part of the coffee if UCDA is abolished. UCD is now abolished. We shall now see which coffee Museveni will steal. If there will be no coffee stolen by Museveni, as there will be no coffee stolen, the people of Uganda must realize the shallowness of these groups and punish them politically. Although I think we should also punish them even legally. Finally, I must comment on the rotten opportunism of these parasites that is also dangerous. The coffee prices have been quite high, which has been good for Uganda. Apparently, the high prices are high because of the drought that hit Brazil and other coffee-producing countries. Therefore, none of us is responsible for high prices that we are getting now. What I am responsible for, and for which I should be credited for, is that NRM rescued the research scientists and generally the wealth creators by creating peace for them to work, and we also correctly identified coffee as one of the high-value activities that can be undertaken, that we put in the manifesto of the NRM of 1996. That was when UCD had just started. We correctly identified that the demand for the coffee is growing from 118 million bags in which year? In 2000. The demand of global demand of coffee was 118 million 2000. Now it is 160 million bags, not kilograms. So that's what we should be credited for. Nti twalengera nti emwanyi erina akatale kanene okusinga ekyokwerabirako vanilla, and we recommended it. We recommended it and promoted it. But the high prices are not our work. It is the international, the global demand of coffee which has been. There is a shortage of coffee now because of the drought in South America. However, if too many farmers flood into coffee, because of the high prices, supply may exceed demand and we end up with prices collapsing. That is why the NRM advises people to go, not to go for kwechokomba, moving on one leg, like when children are playing. When you are walking on one leg.
Say Okongojja.
That's why we cannot say, oh, only money, because if the production goes on, it may exceed demand and the price will collapse. And that's why for us, we therefore recommend a package, not just one thing, but a package. The 4 acres model. Emwanyi, ebibala, amata, nteza amata, emmere, embizi, mwabali embizi, enkoko z'amagi, fish farming for the small people, so that you don't kongoja, you have more legs than one. Our advice and plan is move on more than one leg, then you are insured for your prosperity. Avoid opportunistic and superficial planning. Thanks so much. I don't know, Nsegumira, whether you want to translate something.
Something little, Your Excellency. Your Excellency.